All right, good morning and welcome to this live session. I was just updating the quotes, trying to make sure I get the real market quotes from the charts. So let me apply the Forex Currency Index. Okay, I do apologize for the last live session where there was actually no audio, and that was because I didn't really get any feedback from anybody on time, so that wasn't corrected. I am sure now the audio is working fine and you can hear me wherever you are, whether on YouTube or in the live broadcast, the live trading room. All right, let's go through all of the charts and see if we can find anything to take right now. Remember, it's Monday, and Mondays are usually very slow trading days. So we'll just go through the charts and see if we have any level that will be waiting to take a trade. All right, the euro against the sterling pounds. Let's go from top down. Many brokers have different type of price action in the euro against the sterling pounds, especially in the long term. So don't be surprised if your weekly time frame doesn't really look like mine. All right, this pair has been in a sideways price behavior for some time. At least as per my broker, a price was sideways and has gone back to retest the resistance zone, with that level there being the upper level of resistance, and this one here being the lower level of support right here. This is also another area of support, but for now price is trading around resistance zone. In the daily time frame, we are seeing some hesitation and some possible exhaustion. By the end of today, we'll be able to know what direction the price will be taking to in the euro against the sterling pounds. Again, we might be having those three formations. All right, those three formations. If that happens, then we are likely going to see a pullback. Sorry, a reversal formation. Take this level out. Well, let's just keep this one again as the optimal zone where we want to see price reversing for a new trend formation. Going to remove this one. This is my reference level. Okay, let's keep this one again. That bounced here as this is a new trend formation. That's the pullback, and for a continuation move for a whole new trend where this distance should be equal to this distance. So if that be, then this is a good zone to begin to look for that new trend or newer swing to the downside. All right, not still confirmed until this rising trend line is broken. Until this level here gives way, until price breaks that level with a breakout pullback, a continuation move. Unfortunately, the trade we have there was trapped. It was a trick where we saw that channel initially, something like this, but that was disrupted. You can see price above that level, but it's all right. The entry was taken around a key area. Okay, that's all for the euro against the sterling pound. Still trapped between possible resistance zone and possible support area. We will need price to break out. Okay, the American dollar against the Japanese yen. Let's see, long term, what do we have in here? Just try to be very specific with this chart. Okay, draw that level. Even if I zoom in my chart too much, keep that within the monthly time frame. Okay, that connection, those bounces, price reacted off that area that has been acting as resistance. Then we also have this area here. This is quite still very far indeed, so just try to draw the closest levels of support and resistance. This is not really strong enough, but we can just keep it here. At least we got two bounces, or even four, one there, another one here, so it could act as support the next time price comes there. Okay, nothing more. Let's look into the daily time frame. Daily time frame, we have already analyzed this. We were looking at this line that has the most harmonic of bounces, where we got the breakout pullback, and we're expecting price to keep pushing to the downside, but the hesitation around that area is just too much. Price has remained trading within that zone for so many days. Okay, in the 4 hours time frame, we had the 3 SMA indicator calling for a downtrend, but a very weak downtrend, and then we had a triangle formation, which was a breakout pattern, and that downtrend was broken. The pullback happened. We are likely going to see the continuation move, but it's getting dirty. It's getting really dirty. Price might not want to take a lot of traders along, and I am thinking I'm just going to close out the remaining portion of this trade, closing this out right now. Yes, the hesitation is just too much at that particular area. That is why I have decided to close out the trade. Okay, now let's analyze what's going on here in the 4 hours time frame. We are not really having a good trend. It's been hesitation upon hesitation. Let's see, connecting these lows. Okay, we can keep this channel. Nothing else. 1 hour time frame. Let's keep Friday's low. And the Friday's high. Okay, so sideways price behavior, still in sideways price behavior. Pressure to the downside, but it's not moving quite straight on. All right, New Zealand dollar against the Swiss franc. There was indeed a nice breakout pullback continuation pattern here in the weekly time frame. Let's see. Should be a line right here. Okay, don't be surprised if there is another line somewhere. But I'm just going to remove that for now. Keep this area. Okay, what else? Daily time frame. Keep this level. This one. All right, I expect today to be a down day. Much of some hesitation in this pair. We can mark this area. Okay, if you're looking to go long here for today, that might not really work out. We're going to have some hesitation. Maybe a range formation. So if you're looking to go long, you'll be looking for range trading. That's waiting for price somewhere around here. All right, so as price comes down here, that is where you'll be looking for possible bounces to the upside. For today, in the New Zealand dollar against the Swiss franc, we are likely going to see some hesitation with this pair today. Okay, Australian dollar against the Swiss franc. All right, trading just around an area that acted as a former support and may now act as resistance. If price goes back into that area, if price is able to climb back up, then we'll be having a fake breakout at that particular area. After today, we'll be able to know about that. Daily time frame. Okay, the weekly level has taken care of that. Let's keep this area in the 4 hours time frame. Then the 1 hour time frame, we can keep this line here. Again, there will be some troubles at that particular area of resistance. You should be avoiding that for now. Let's wait for price reaction, and as price reacts, we'll get clear hint of where to trade. Now, the sterling pounds against the American dollar. Earlier yesterday, we went long, and prices are pushing in the opposite direction. We are going to keep this high. It also looks like a channel, right? Okay. Now this has become a key level of resistance. If price breaks that high, makes a pullback, the next will be this one here. That will be the next. We have analyzed this in the long term already, so I wouldn't want to go back here. Also, I expect this pair for today not to really make any significant move. Maybe we might have hesitation around this area for today. Today is largely going to be going to be a hesitation day. Okay, New Zealand dollar against the American dollar, the same thing. If these pairs must go up or push upward, today is going to be some hesitation day. You should not try to go long today. Let's keep this. Okay, this one here. Alright. Don't expect this to move up today. We expect some hesitation. Okay. The euro against the American dollar, the same thing. The same thing. Same thing. You should be expecting some hesitation. For this one here, there should be some support around that area. The bias here is to the upside for now. Okay, this is support zone. Let me take a look at the FCI in the 1 hour time frame. One-hour time frame, euro is only +2 of strength, not so strong, but the American dollar is -6. So American dollar is really weak. It's weak, but this is not so strong. Not so strong yet, but you really do not want to go short in the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so in the 1 hour time frame, you can see the American dollar is stronger. That is why we're having that trend. Okay. All right, the 3SMA the 3SM indicator is also calling for an uptrend, maybe the first bounce around somewhere here to the upside. But again, expect to see a sideways price behavior for today. All right, the euro against the Canadian dollar also reacting off resistance zone. It's a risky zone to go long today, and also very risky to go short. Best thing to do is to stay flat. Just observe. For most of the pairs that we are analyzing, the best thing to do is to observe. The Australian dollar against the American dollar. Another one. We got that reaction from the counter trend line, this level. We talked about this last week. so we can take that off right now, while price makes that pullback to the flat level of resistance. But remember that pullback was made possible by that reaction of that counter trend line. So if you are going short here, you are trading against that force that bounce price to the upside. So even though this looks very good, I will not be interested in going short, because I am trading against the force that bounce price to that particular level. Buyers is still to the upside. We have not seen the clear hint of any reversal yet in the Australian dollar against the American dollar. Okay, this is support zone, and this is resistance zone. So you couldn't be trading anything around that area. If you are going long, you are trading against that resistance. If you are going short, you are trading against this support. The best thing again is to possibly be changing direction, moving to the upside. Okay, by the end of today, we'll also be able to know whether to take a trade here or not. Also, hesitation is expected. Let me look at the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar in the daily time frame. Daily time frame, Australia dollar is -2, not really weak. That is not absolute weakness. Canadian dollar is +5. Okay, this is absolute strength, but not absolute weakness. So going short there might be a problem. If you must do that, you want to cut down your risk. Okay, so going short here might be a problem. If you must do that, cut down on your risk. Remember, missing this trade, I closed out too early. I just missed that trade. Anyway, let's take this out right now. All right, this is a channel. Support, resistance. If you need to go short, then you need price to come to that area. Look for short entries, but for now, price is in the middle and you cannot take any trade around that area. The euro against the Australian dollar, quite a mix. We traded this last week but closed out again. Looking at that area here as resistance, we were short somewhere there. We closed out quite early. Again, we have that level there, which is the counter trend line and also support zone. Even if price have to come down, you must be careful with that particular level. In the 4 hours time frame, we have this counter trend line, also possible support zone. It has not been broken, so be careful going short. Okay, range here. That's the range in the daily time frame. No clear direction for now. Okay, you can see that Monday as usual, still slow price behavior, still very crawly price action. We have to be patient with price for today. Wait and see if we get anything good coming later in the day. I am keeping an eye here in the sterling pounds against the American dollar. If this level breaks to the upside, we'll be looking for a continuation move. Okay, well, we took a small trade in the very long term right there. Buy entry, it is still there and running, so we'll just keep that for now. Nothing else to talk about. Still a very slow day, so we all need to be patient. If there is anything, if we find any valid entry, you will definitely know about that in the Telegram channel. You will be notified of any trade that we are likely going to get involved in. Thanks for being here. Questions, contributions are welcome in any of our channels, and we will respond to them. Okay, do have a nice day. Bye bye.